We are back with another unboxing. Today we've got Ram, not Rem, Ram. She's actually grown on me this season, given Rem's been pretty absent for most of it, so I kind of like Ram these days. She was kind of boring in Season 1. She just seemed like, not Rem, which was basically everyone's opinion of her by the looks of it. But now she's gotten some decent character development. Well, not really character development. She kind of had a little backstory in Season 1, but she's had a more prominent role, we'll say that, as to not spoil it. And I've quite enjoyed seeing her around and being cool and doing cool stuff. So we're going to start off with her and we'll end with Rem on the next episode. Maybe I'll do a pair pose or something like the childhood one or something once I've finished up with that. But then again, like, this effect part does look pretty freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. But let's take a look at all the things. So many choices. Okay. Here's all the things it comes with and how to do the group pairing of the two of them. Very nice, very nice. Let's drop that out of the way. And crack into the actual figure. There we go. I mean, next up we know the next, ReZero Nendoroid is Echidna, but I wonder if they're going to actually announce any other characters as well for this year. Because I'm assuming we won't see anything else ReZero after the end of Part 2 of Season 2. Probably until next year, honestly. Here we have the usual bits and pieces. Nothing too special. And a couple of effect holdy bits up for the green things. Her wind, her... I think it's called Fula or something like that. I think I'm going to have to pull this off as well. Oops. That's fine. Pop that back on. Like so. Pull all these things down. I feel like the lighting is maybe a bit too harsh now. I don't know. Let me guys know. I can speak words. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Actually, I'll show you the 3 light options. So we got this light option. So we'll call this option 1 the plain light. Option 2 is this kind of orange light, and option 3 is a more natural light. So for now, I will keep it on option 1. I think option 1 is like a bluish light. Let me know which you guys prefer. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards option 3 now that I've had a look at it on camera. But for the sake of consistency, I'll leave it at option 1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below as to which light option you prefer. But here we are. Here is Ram in all her glory. Very nice. Very plain and unexpressive, as always. Then we have the 3 effect parts, which I won't pull out right now. They look blue. They are definitely not blue, they're green. That is definitely the light looking weird. It kind of looks like, what it looks like in the anime. It's just the lighting is catching weird on it, on the camera. Then we have face number 1, a happy smiling face. Very nice, very cute. We've got the classic shouting face for fighting. And then we've got a whole bunch of arms and hands and things. What is that? What is she holding here? Oh, that's a knife. That is food. What is this? This is a potato. Oh, for peeling the potato. A knife and a potato, I see. We've got a tray, we've got some bent legs, and the hand-holding effect for her and Rem. And that's pretty much it for what's in the box, so let's jump into some poses. Okay, first pose up, we have her peeling some potatoes. Pretty much the way this one works is you just put the potato holding hand on. That's just like one big long piece in the box. It does come apart if you really want to swap it out for stuff. Then you've got to use the hand that's holding the other hand that would attach onto Rem. And then you swap out the hands and put the knife hand in instead of the holding hand one. And there you go, you got potato chopping Ram. I keep wanting to say Rem. I'm so used to saying Rem. No one talks about Ram, but it's all about Ram this time. Chop, chop, chop. Very cool, very nice. I actually kind of like the fact that it moves in the perfect motion as well. Someone could maybe make a stop motion video. Oh, look at that. Ram has a knife. That could be a meme right there. Ram with knife. But yeah, it's a very nice pose. I like the way it moves. Weirdly enough, even though I don't really pose my Nendoroids or move them about once I've already got them in position. But yeah, very nice. Let's move on to pose number 2. Alright, next up is this tray holding pose. So on the box it does show her holding the tray and kind of like gesturing off to the side. But with the hand part that's next to the tray, you can actually just have her hold the tray with both hands. So I figured I'll show that off just for the sake of completion, so you know what's going on. Of course, you can then recreate that pose that was on the box using this arm bit here, well, the hand bit, and then the arm that is bent facing away. And that'll work quite nicely as well, I'd assume. But one thing to note is the tray does come off, and it is kind of loose. As you can see, it falls off really easily. So do be careful. I don't know, maybe put a layer of like something over it, like maybe nail varnish or something to make it a bit thicker so it sits more securely in the little hole. But you can do that if you really plan on using this one, or else just angle it well enough so that it won't fall. It can sort of lean on her dress just over there, as well as there is grooves in the back of her hand to slot the thing in perfectly, so that's fine, so you'll know what you're doing. But yeah, it's an okay pose. I'm not too glad that it comes out so easily. Honestly, I would have preferred if they just stuck this thing in, because I mean, what else are you going to use this hand for? Probably nothing other than this. So I don't know why they didn't. But anyway, let's move on to the final pose. Alright, this is the last pose. It doesn't look so great. Sadly, because of how this thing is made, you don't get quite the same effect as you do on the box, because you've got to stand up all the effect parts with something, which, I mean, as much as they're kind of that frosted, transparent sort of look, you can still clearly see every single arm that is holding up the effect parts, and it kind of just takes away from the overall figure, in my opinion. So it's not too fantastic, at least I don't think so. I think it could look cool if you maybe had it hanging from some strings. I don't know, if you've got like a display cabinet or something and you had some holes in these and some really thin wire or like fish lines or something that you couldn't see, and then hung them from that'd look pretty good, because then you wouldn't be able to see anything. But just out of the bat, looking like this, it's not too fantastic, honestly. It tends to hide most of RAM here. Like, I can't find a really proper good angle for it without, you know, making it just look weird. Even then, I'm not sure if these are the right angles they should be in anyway, so it doesn't quite look too right. I guess you're supposed to have her at this angle so you can see a bit more of her face, but I don't know, none of this feels proper, like it's any good, honestly. So I'm gonna definitely take a miss on that one. I will probably put them in the pair pose once I do the REM video, so if you want to see that, look out for the REM video coming soonish. But time for scores. So obviously I'm gonna take off like 2 points for this. This thing is, it's a mess. Honestly, the box is a little misleading given that it's so big, it's so different compared to real life. So I'm going to take off 2 points for that. I'm going to take off 1 point for the tray not being sewn on, glued on as part of the actual arm itself, for the hand. That does get pretty annoying. So other than that, no complaints here. Nothing really feels fragile or breakable. So overall, good build quality. And yeah, that's pretty much it. RAM gets a nice 7. So I think she's still worth it if you can pick her up while she's still cheap, because I'm assuming as ReZero goes on, it's just going to be harder and more expensive to find these guys. So definitely pick her up now while she's still at retail price at most places if they've still got stock. But that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe, you know, all that usual stuff. And do keep an eye out for RAM coming soon. And I will catch you all in the next one. Alright, I'm gonna try go make a thumbnail out of this. It's gonna look really bad. Oh well, bye!